The Cincinnati Reds burst onto the scene a year ago with their young stars, and while they've shown flashes of greatness in 2024, the consistency is lacking, with their 22-25 record on the road, seeing them sit in last place in the NL Central 10.5 games back in the race. Despite playing in a hitter-friendly ballpark, the Reds' pitching staff has been their strength, ranking 13th in team ERA while their offense ranks 23rd in the league in batting average, while scoring the 14th most runs. But until that consistency comes, they won't be a threat. The Atlanta Braves have been one of baseball's best teams for a number of years now, and in 2024, very little has changed as they have posted a 3.019 home record, despite sitting 8.5 games back in the NL East division race. Shockingly, a star-studded lineup in Atlanta has scored the 19th most runs in baseball, but through 98 games, the team ERA of 3.44 has them tied for best in the league, giving them a chance on any night against any opponent. Given how talented the Braves have been in recent years, it's no surprise that they've dominated this National League rivalry, with Atlanta picking up a 5-1 record in their 6 meetings a year ago, giving them a 7-3 record in their past 10 head-to-head encounters. Over those 6 encounters, the Braves went 3-0 in Atlanta, with the Reds being outscored 1-7-1-4 over that time, showing how tight these matchups can be. So while it should be a fun, tight encounter, expect the Braves to continue their dominance. Take Atlanta to win. The strength of both these teams are their pitching rotations, but when they do battle, it's the offense that leads the way, with their 6 games in 2023 combining to average 13 runs per game, with the over sitting at 7-2-1 in their past 10 head-to-head battles. For the Reds, the over comes in at 7-3 in their past 10 overall games, with the team allowing 4.5 runs per game over that time, and for the Braves, the over is just 4.51 in their past 10, with the team scoring over 4 runs a game, so expect plenty of fireworks in this one. Keep it simple, take the over 8 runs. Philadelphia Phillies vs Minnesota Twins. The Philadelphia Phillies are trying to continue their outstanding play this season, and it was encapsulated by their 6-0 road win on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The lineup did very well as they were 11 for 39 with 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. Nick Castellanos capped the game off with a solo home run. Bryce Harper was able to be aggressive and added a stolen base as well. The Phillies were able to do a decent job with runners in scoring position as they went 3 for 10 with 10 runners left on base. Tyler Phillips did an outstanding job with 6 scoreless innings on the bump. The Minnesota Twins have been playing well and were unable to close out the game as they lost at home on Sunday to the Milwaukee Brewers. The Twins hit at a good level as they were 9 for 35 with 7 walks and 10 strikeouts. Byron Buxton had a massive game with a pair of solo home runs in the loss. The team lost because they were only 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position and stranded 9 Twins on the bases. The bullpen struggled as they gave up 4 runs in 3 innings. The Philadelphia Phillies have been the better overall team and should be able to prove just that in interleague play. When diving into the splits for the starting pitchers, Ranger Suarez is 5-3 with a 2.67 ERA and a 0.96 WHIP in 57.1 innings 9 road starts, while Bailey Ober is 4-1 with a 3.29 ERA and a 1.12 WHIP in 38.1 innings 7 home starts. The back end of the Twins' bullpen was just hit on Sunday, and that applies a lot of pressure on them to bounce back if they get the ball in this game. The Phillies have a lot of talented hitters scattered throughout the lineup, so they should take advantage. Go with the Philadelphia Phillies to secure a road win to open up the series. When looking at how these offenses have been playing in July, they have been doing incredibly well. Philadelphia is 9th in the MLB with a .763 team ops while scoring 4.73 runs in their 15 games this month, while Minnesota is 3rd in all of baseball with a .80808 team ops and averaging 5.21 runs during their 14 games. Since the All-Star break, these teams have been getting hit as the Phillies are 20th with a 4.26 team ERA, while the Twins are 26th with a 5.57 team ERA. Go with over 8 runs here as the better bet. Milwaukee Brewers vs Chicago Cubs. Tobias Myers is expected to start for the Brewers. He went 8 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, 0 earned runs, and struck out 6 in a win in his last start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. On the season, he has a record of 6-3 with a 3.13 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, and a 62/20 BB ratio in 13 starts and 14 total appearances this season. Opposing batters are hitting .231 against Myers. Chicago's pitching staff has been average this season. They are around the middle of the league in hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, walks allowed, WHIP and batting average against as a team. Tobias Myers is expected to start for the Brewers and has struggled in 2 starts against the Cubs this season. In his first start against the Cubs, he went 3 innings and allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs, and 2 home runs. His first start was in Chicago. Myers' second start against Chicago was at home and he went 6 innings and allowed 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and 1 home run. Chicago has had success against Myers and they will hit him well once again. The Cubs will win this matchup. Take the Cubs on the money line. The Brewers have been good on offense this season. They are in the top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, hits, RBIs, walks, stolen bases, batting average, OBP, and OPS. Tobias Myers is expected to start for the Brewers and has struggled in 2 starts against the Cubs this season. In his first start against the Cubs, he went 3 innings and allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs, and 2 home runs. His first start was in Chicago. Myers' second start against Chicago was at home and he went 6 innings and allowed 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and 1 home run. This will be a higher scoring game and the over will hit. Take the over, 8 runs. Los Angeles Angels vs. Seattle Mariners. The Angels dropped the first 2 games to the A's during their weekend series, including an 8-2 defeat on Saturday afternoon. 23-year-old starter Jack Kochanowicz was saddled with his second loss of the season, lasting 4 innings and allowing 7 earned runs on 7 hits, while striking out 4 batters. Shortstop Zach Neto and third baseman Anthony Rendon each drove in a run in the loss. First baseman Nolan Schanuel was forced out of the game early with tightness in his calf. The Los Angeles offense has struggled recently, failing to exceed 3 runs in 4 straight games and 5 of their last 6. The Mariners dropped their 5th game in a row over the weekend when they fell to the Houston Astros 4-2 at home in the second game of their series. Starter George Kirby pitched effectively, but did not factor in the decision, going 6 innings and allowing 1 run on 4 hits while striking out 6. Reliever Ryan Stanek was saddled with his 3rd loss of the season, giving up 2 earned runs in under an inning of work. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez smacked his 11th home run of 2024 in the loss. The Mariners produced only 3 hits against Astros pitching throughout the contest. Seattle's offense has struggled mightily recently, scoring 2 runs or less in 5 of their last 7 games. The Mariners have dominated the Angels while playing in Seattle recently, winning their previous 5 games against them, including a 2-game sweep during their series in June. Angels batters were held to 2 runs or less in 4 of their last 5 games at T-Mobile Park. The Mariners' pitching staff has generated a lean 1.20 ERA and .087 WHIP in their prior 5 games against the Angels at home. Los Angeles has lost their previous 2 series on the road, including a 3-game sweep at the hands of the lowly A's in Oakland. The Mariners have excelled at T-Mobile Park this season, winning at a 61.2% clip. Adding to the Angels' woes in this contest, the Mariners have an elite pitching staff, ranking 2nd in the league in ERA with 3.46. Seattle hurlers are ranked 1st in home ERA with 2.70. The Angels have struggled to hit while playing away from their home stadium, ranking 23rd in the league in away batting average and 25th in slugging percentage. The Angels have lost their first 2 games of the second half to the A's in Oakland. The stats and trends strongly support a comfortable Mariners victory in Seattle on Monday. Take the Mariners. 3 of the previous 5 games played between these squads went under the run total, with only 30 runners crossing the plate during their 4-game set played in Los Angeles earlier this month. The Mariners were held to 2 runs or less by the Angels' pitching staff in their prior 2 meetings. The Angels hit a lean .173 during their previous 5 games at T-Mobile Park. The Mariners have gone under the run total in 4 straight games, and they have failed to exceed 2 runs in 5 of their last 7. Both teams rank in the bottom half of the league in multiple offensive categories, including dead last in batting average for the Mariners, so the odds either team score quickly in bunches are low. Seattle's pitching staff has excelled at home this season, ranking 1st in the majors in ERA with 2.70. Los Angeles hurlers have limited their opponents to 2 runs or less in 2 of their previous 4 games. The Angels have gone under the run total in 5 of their last 7 games played away from their home stadium. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair in the first game of the series on Monday. Take under 7.5 runs.